Hello out there, folks. Sharing something a little different with you today. Sharing something with you that's quite old. I know that it's quite old because it's just a little bit younger than I am. As you can see, if you can, this is an Imperial, Providence, Rhode Island. And I received this in my youth for Christmas. At that time, my father was stationed in Fort Stewart, Georgia. It was late 50s, maybe 1960. And there was a little something going on at that time, to give you a point of reference, called the Cuban Missile Crisis. I found this the other day in my treasure box that I had at that time for my special items. It was an ammo box with a gator snap top. It had army patches and crests and belt buckles and this knife and hatchet set in it. And I haven't seen this thing in decades. So I brought it out. It was in pretty rough shape. I knocked some of the worst stuff off of it, and I thought I'd share it with you here. This is what a young boy in the late 50s had on his side when he went out for his adventures for the day. Plastic handles, not an expensive item. Had your deer, stag. Got a little bit of a tip damage there. I'll work on this a little bit more and bring it back just a little bit more, but really not necessary. I tossed around the idea of maybe even taking off the scales and putting on some nice wood scales, but I think for the memory I'm just going to leave it exactly the way it is. The hatchet, as you can see, leather's not too bad a shape for as long as it's not had anything done with it. Definitely going to have to get some saddle soap, get it cleaned up, but I think it'll still be serviceable. You can see I scratched my initial in there for Jim, probably with that knife. Here's the hatchet. It cut up a lot of branches and kindling and started a lot of campfires. Now this one is missing probably just decorative pins, or it might have even been maybe threaded down and through there. I really can't tell. I'd like to find something that I could just glue in there to fill that in, but like I said, it's old. It'll have to just be old like me. So I think that this can come back a little further, but honestly, I kind of like the Teeners on it. It looks a little worn out and not perfect, and I'm a little worn out and not perfect myself. So as I said, I was there, I think 58 through 60. I went to the 3rd and 4th grade off base at a small town called Hinesville, Georgia. Don't even know if they're still on the map today. Ought to go in there and look that up. So this old Hoosier Yankee has some roots down in Georgia, and he's proud of them. Now, as for what was going on at the time, as I said, I didn't have a clue what was really going on, but I knew something was going on because there were men in uniform with weapons on their shoulders and backpacks on all the time, ready. We were not just lip service ready to go and defend this country. We were boots on the ground ready to go and serve this country. And I think all of the military bases in the South were filled with military personnel at that time. So that's the perspective from a young man that could see something was going on, but didn't really know what was going on. So just thought I would share that with you today. Don't remember what the packaging was like. On Christmas morning, packaging didn't last too long. Generally, I would only receive 1 or 2 gifts and then just some clothes. I didn't consider those gifts. This would have been my main gift. And this was pretty much my everyday carry as I went out for my adventures into the pine woods on Fort Stewart, Georgia for a couple of years there. So just thought I would share that with you. Don't have a lot of things that survived my youth, but I'm glad that this did. Hello guys, this is the old Jedi behind the screen and the one who's lurking in the comments and the chats. I hope you enjoyed the video. I wanted to mention to you that there are a lot of links in the description below to channels that are out there that have a lot more content and better content than I have about knives. And it's by no means inclusive. It's just a alphabetical listing of some of the channels that are out there. Going to any one of them will introduce you to a lot more channels. One of the things that this community is good about is about supporting each other and shouting each other out. And I just wanted to say God bless you all, each and every one. God willing, I'll be talking to you again later. Bye now.